Cancers. Yo ho. I will get all yo ho Pirate Life for me all day of the fucking week.
YOLO.
I'll play my metal and shit and fucking my pirate music and fucking get in my fucking, you know, lately I've been driving the Mustang, the Shelby, I mean the 760 horsepower and get that fucking American power. And I feel like Joe Dirt a little bit lately. I'm just like fucking fuck yeah.
How nice was the fire pit though on Saturday for a bit?
It was very nice. I was wondering, I was like, where'd you get all that wood? Is that something that you've been cutting out in the forest for the last
T
like
has
couple
like
months?
fucking bundles and bundles and bundles sitting on the side of the house somehow. I don't know.
You know what was nice about that wood? I guess maybe it's my moon and Taurus. So I was taking in your fire, Craig.
Mm-hmm.
That wood had some really deep, rich, burning ambers that were creating a very deep and beautiful smoke.
I agree. Yeah, it didn't smell like garbage.
Like it wasn't like, you know, when you go to like the grocery store and you buy fresh wood that's like,
yeah, like treated.
it's like, yeah, and it just kind of, like that shit was like rich. It was like, I was like, it smells good.
Yeah,
sometimes, you know, some of that new shit smells bad. You're like, oh, I don't want to be by the fire. It's like too much. That was like a perfect fire.
I took a little nap there for a minute too. It was nice.
Well, and it was crazy actually. I went to Craig's on Saturday night and fucking his roommate, that I think he's been your roommate for like 2 months.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I work somewhere. I'm not going to say the place he works. And then I'm like, oh, do you know my buddy from kindergarten?
I forgot about that.
and he goes, yeah, I know him really well. And then Craig knows the same guy. He's like, what? And I'm like, dude, I remember asking Craig because I knew he worked at this business. I'm like, did you ask him if he knows so-and-so? And he's like, oh, I don't know. So I just asked this guy, and then we called him, and then I got a hold of my buddy from kindergarten. Like, hey, and one of my buddies from kindergarten is coming this weekend here. And then I'm like, oh, I get to hang out with my kindergarten buddies this weekend. I was like, fuck yeah. It's fucking great. So thanks.
Life.
That was a very powerful fire, by the way.
It was.
It connected me with two people that, even though I haven't talked to my other buddy from kindergarten, but he's coming this weekend. I already know I'm going to talk to him. But like, you know what I mean? It connected me with that.
Full moon fire.
And then, you know, your roommate, I had never met him yet. And I thought he was really cool. Like, I fucking think he's dope.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like one of those moments where the universe was just like, wing, boo, boo. And we were all looking at Mars and this moon right when it happened, too. It was like very, like, surreal.
It was nice.
If you're not living your life in those moments, then you're just out of alignment. We were in alignment. Felt good.
In alignment.
All right, let's see what's going on with the Cancers. Woo! I know I haven't been talking astrology, but Cancers. Woo!
People.
You ready for the wildest ride in your relationship world ever? You know it's been coming. You know it's here. You know it's about to peak.
We peaking, baby.
Coming in these next couple weeks, and even into this week and next week, it's about to peak. Like we're talking like, oh, peaking. Two of Wands upright. All right. So this is this world that you want to have in your hands. The question is, are you going towards that world? And are you going to take that vision and that quest towards that heart? And do you have it now or not is the question. Do you have it now or not? Re-examining the world that you have with your love life. Let's see. The Chariot. You're afraid to move on to a different world, especially hanging out with fucking these two. Although I feel like that would be like Craig and I have in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
I like the neon rainbow.
Your personality is very much, your and I personalities are very much those two characters, actually.
Mm-hmm. I'm about it.
Especially me. I would definitely have the cigarette fucking blah, 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 in my mouth the whole fucking time. And, blah, 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 and I would definitely be, and every time I did do psychedelics into the extremes, I was seeing reptilians, like literally. So and you're definitely, yeah.
You can say that, whatever you're going to say.
I was just going to say that you just have that, like, where, like, you don't trip, you know, where I could trip, you know, I'd be like, fucking, like, I'm tripping out, bro. And like, you'd be like, shut the, you know, like, I'm not saying that that's what happens, but like, you have the energy. I forgot his characters, both their characters' names for some reason. But in the movie, like, he's just, different. He's just chill. He's just like, shut up, man. Like, everything's fine. Like,
Just fucking go with it, bro.
I know.
Just close your eyes.
And then, Johnny Depp's is super like, and that totally would have been me, like driving away and then ending up in Baker and then having the cop and then driving back, like fucking like. Although I don't think that you would have had some random girl up in the hotel room fucking when they go to the second hotel room. That's not you.
No, that's not me.
And there's a lot of parts that's not me in that too. But then he goes out to the off-road races. It's like, I don't know. That movie, I love that movie. There's so much. But the issue, Cancer, here is, gosh, there is a magical highway here that the universe is pointing you towards this world, but you're afraid to go on it. You're afraid to take the leap of faith to the ultimate ride in the universe. It is the 12th card. It's the 7th card, which is the spiritual journey, the Chariot. Like, come on now. 5 of Wands, you're afraid of I'm just going to be honest with you. It's going to feel like there's going to be confrontation, like, and there's going to be winners and losers. There's going to be, issues that just have to be confronted and dealt with. It doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It's not like it's some tower moment, but I think that it's like, gosh, isn't it worth a little bit of elbow grease to fucking go on the ultimate journey in the universe? Like Rainbow Road fucking in Mario Kart. Like, come on. That's the final round. That's the one that you want to be on, not fucking, gosh, Craig and I think played Super Nintendo, the original Mario Kart, like 3 months ago. We both couldn't pass the second level with all the dirt, because when you get on the dirt, just goes, and I feel like that's what Capricorn or Cancers are kind of doing here.
We should try again tomorrow night.
Yeah, we should. Actually, I'm going to hook up that screen with the thing, and I can hook up video games, movies, Apple TV. So I'm going to create a movie theater here.
I forgot who said it in the chat, but maybe laughed. She said, "Oh, so David would be the one who'd packed a lamp in the suitcase."
Yes. Actually, ask Craig. I pack way too much shit. When we go anywhere, I fucking pack for like 5 people.
Yeah, I bring like a backpack and like maybe a little carry-on.
Let's just say I bring enough for whatever pre-COVID world would have a bellman. I would have the whole entire fucking bell fucking cart full.
Backpacks jammed full with
backpacks,
who knows what the fuck's
camera equipment, two full luggage cases, just in bags too. Just all just shower supplies to. I would bring like 8 sport coats for one weekend with like 15 different I would bring like 20 outfit options for 2 nights. I'm that kind of person. I'd be like, well, you never know. I don't,
I have like 3 pairs of shoes, so total.
Yeah.
All New Balances.
I don't think that this is that bad, Cancer. I mean, like, the only bad part is, you're going to have to do a little arm wrestling here to kind of, it's almost just, you just need to do something about getting the ultimate world. Why are you so afraid of moving on the road? Look at that, 5 of Wands reversed. The non-confrontation is the issue. You're too afraid to put a little bit of energy into this awesome new road. It's like, you're trying to avoid fights. You're trying to avoid everything, but it's like the fight for your life, the fight for your right to party. Whoop, whoop. Skirt. Skirt, skirt. You gotta fight for your right to be a Cancer. You got the Prince of Skulls in reversed. Whip, whip, whip. This would be the Knight in this deck. So the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. You are not ready to take that long journey into that new world. You're stopped on the old journey, and you're not willing to move on to the journey of the world that you want. It's like the world that you thought that you wanted to has stopped. How much longer are you going to keep looking out into the horizon of like, well, that was the world I wanted, and now this is where I'm just going to be stuck here? It's like when you're in the middle of the desert, you see somebody stuck on the side of the road, and it's like they're just looking out in the horizon, waiting for something to come, and you're not even willing to put your thumb up to be like, or at least help, take me.
Help me,
because then
please.
you end up like the hills have eyes. You really want to end up there? Seven of Pentacles. The investment that you put in is how much you're willing to deal with the confrontation. It's like, I feel like this is the issue. I feel like it's like there's not enough sport. Because the Five of Wands originally actually deals with like competition and sport, but from a good energy. It's almost like you're not getting anything out. It's like, I feel like you're doing a lot and then your partner is not anywhere close to it. So it's not fun. I'll be honest. Like, actually, because I'm thinking of my kindergarten friends now and the one that's coming this weekend, him and I used to play basketball every day for like 8 years, 9 years. And we would just play one-on-one, right? We had our rules, but at least like I could play with him. And like, I don't know, he had a very unique shooting style. He shot with one hand. He was the only guy like in the league that shot with one hand. It was very weird, but he fucking made 3-pointers, everything. And he could lay up, do all this crazy shit. Long story short, like if I ever tried to play, somebody would be like, oh, let me play against you. And I'd just be like, dude, I play like every day, like, and then they would try and it was just like, I could just block their shot or just keep getting some jump shots in, a little just banker here, and it just wasn't fun. I feel like that you're like dealing with kind of an energy that's not very sportsman-like. It's kind of like a bench warmer. Especially because you have the Page of Wands reversed. And how do you get through this? You go on the trail that's away from the person that doesn't want to have some sort of fight for this in life. I feel like you're with somebody who doesn't know how to have the same oomph. Well, ooh, you got growth. Wow. You're reinventing yourself by growing. I think that's the thing, is your mind is definitely continuing to re-look at this growth, but it's almost like you're being hypnotized. Like, I need to grow. But it's like, are you going to actually grow, or are you just going to just stare at the fucking portal to the ultimate growth of your life? It is a 15 card, which equals 6. Definitely a relationship situation. And a 51, which equals 6. Definitely with relationships. And it's about a reinvention in yourself, and that will actually grow you to the ultimate road that you want. You're stuck, and there's no more road. And if you want to try and off-road this to the hills have eyes, have a good time. 9th house, Mercury, Capricorn. It's time to get real and see if the actual reality and the plans of the vision to the world, very Two of Wands, is real. Instead of just believing in something that's not physically showing itself and manifesting an actual physical form that's actually going and getting you and that it keeps moving forward. Instead of going stopped and just being this belief that eventually maybe this can push through. I also feel like it's like you need to communicate your real goals and your aspirations to even see if they're willing to meet that. And you have to say that first to yourself, then to the partner. Because if you just say to the partner, of course you're going to say yes. Of course they are. Oh, I'll be that. I'll be that. How many times has that been said? Oh, I'll be that. Oh, yeah. Oh, you want me to stop? You want me to stop doing this? Oh, I'll stop. You want me to stop doing? Oh, yeah. Oh, you want me to stop farting in bed? I'll stop. No problem. Like fucking. It's like on cheaters. Like, oh, you want me to stop? Like, or it's like, actually, it's like cheaters mixed with, what's his name? Usher. Like, oh, I'll stop. You want me to stop getting other girls pregnant and making songs about it and apologizing to you do that, but being like, baby girl, you have no idea how hard it was to tell you. It's like, I stopped doing that. And it's like, oh, I got a platinum #1 album because of it, babe. Like, and I made us a bunch of money. It's like, oh God.
Yeah, I like what you said about the hypnotized aspect of it. You know, we kind of focus on needing to transform or needing to do this or needing to do that instead of actually putting in the work, instead of actually opening up the doors and stepping through it. You know, and making that transformation happen and allowing the universe to kind of guide us through it as well by showing us the positives and the negatives about the situations that we've gone through and that we're going to continue to go through. So there is that. Almost, are you going to come with me through this door? Because I'm going, you know, and I'm ready to leave. And you got to be able to say that as well, you know, because confrontation doesn't always necessarily need bad. It kind of gets that, you know, bad connotation to it. But it can also just be a conversation. It can be a conversation of laying out all the issues that you're having and all the issues that you're having with yourself and with the partnership, and where it's not kind of stimulating you enough, because you need that. You need that empowerment. You need that fulfillment. So allow yourself to transform. Put the effort into transform instead of just focusing on the needing to transform aspect of your life.
Yeah, I like that, because it's like there's many levels of transformation, but there is something to say about how anything that's holding us back that we're not willing to transform can hold up all the other levels of transformation in our life, you know? Like, we can always be evolving and growing in other areas, but it stunts our growth and it stunts our transformation when there could be just this one area of our life that we're not willing to change on. It's when we finally break that. It's like a dam system or like a dike system, you know? It's like if there's an issue, it's like the shower. Like, if there's a bunch of hair in the fucking shower and where it goes down the drain, and it's only in one hole out of, like, let's say there's like 6 holes or something, like, right? You know, it's like, okay, there's still water going down, but there's a little bit more water. It's like, but like, it'd be nice to take a shower with not just like your feet taking a bath now, or didn't up to your knees, because, you know, like the longer you do it, then another hole comes and another hole comes and air gets plugged and plugged and plugged, you know? So,
You know?
gosh, you know, trust me, I've cleaned plenty of drains.
Thing that catches the hair so it doesn't go down.
Wasn't my hair either.
You know,
men were handymen to our women when we were in relationships and shit. We're the handymen, you know. It's like, oh, what? Oh, yep, yeah, I know. I went in the shower and started to be on my feet, and hold on, I gotta go get the tool bag. I'm gonna fucking fix this shit. You can do that? Yeah, I can. Fucking hold on. No, look at here. You want some of your hair? No.